Adding and subtracting radicals, Algebra 2, Trigonometry regions. 6 rad 3 minus rad 12 can be written as what? Well, this should be a pretty short video for you guys because there's really not much to teach here. We spent the past 2 days simplifying radicals, and that's exactly what this is. You need to simplify them before you could add or subtract them. See, radicals are very similar to combining like terms. Like I can't add x plus y together. And I can't add rad 3 plus rad 5 together. I can add 2x plus 3x to be 5x, just like I can add 2 rad 5 plus 3 rad 5 to be 5 rad 5. Oh, and of course I read a 3 as I say that, but it was, oh, where did it go? 3 rad 5. 2 rad 5 plus 3 rad 5 is 5 rad 5. And so when you're adding or subtracting radicals, they have to be like terms. They have to be like radicals. They have to be the same radical number, not the coefficient 2 and 3, but the number inside the radical, or the expression inside the radical has to be the same for you to add them. And then when it is the same, you just add the coefficients. 2 plus 3 is 5. Again, you don't add the rad number. Much like 2x plus 3x is 5x. Well, 2 rad 5s plus 3 more rad 5s is 5 rad 5s. And so really that's the only underlying lesson that needs to be learned here, is that I can't subtract this as is. I don't do rad 3 minus rad 12. So if I want to be able to combine these, then I need to have the same radical. And so if you see something that can be reduced, you should try to reduce it. And a rad 12 can be reduced, and I'm willing to bet it's going to reduce to something rad 3. So I have 6 rad 3, and rad 12, well, it's going to be 4 times 3 is going to reduce to 2 radical 3. And 6 rad 3 and minus 2 rad 3 is 4 radical 3. And so that's the answer. And so the key is just making sure you get like radicals before you add or subtract them together. Multiplying and dividing, which is going to be the next video, is not the case. They can be different, and you can multiply and divide. Just like I can multiply, 2x and 3y, that would multiply to be 6xy. But I couldn't add them. And this video is about adding, so when it comes to adding and subtracting, you need common radicals when it comes to radicals. For variables, you need common terms, like terms. When it comes to fractions, you need common denominators. Addition and subtraction are very picky that things are the same. Multiplication and division are not so picky. So let's try another one. 5 rad 50 minus 7 rad 8 plus 2 rad 32. Clearly, these are not the same rad number, but let me see if I can simplify them to get something that is the same. So 5 rad 50 first of all. 5 rad 50. 50 I could think of as 25 times 2. And so that would become 5 radical 2. But I already have a 5 in front that's being multiplied, so that's going to become 25 radical 2. And don't forget, if you're not, some students at this stage still aren't very comfortable and confident about their radical simplification, so check it. 5 radical 50 is some decimal, 35.355. Well, 25 radical 2 is that same 35.355. So you can easily check your work here. Then how about this one? Let's see, rad 8 is 4 times 2, and so that's 2 rad 2, because the 4, mini 4 here gets simplified to 2, times the 7 in the front is going to be minus 14 radical 2, and so automatically I see I have a matching pair here. And so this last one, rad 32, well, it'd be nice if it came out to be something rad 2, and so that's the first thing I should check. And it does. 16 times 2 is 32. And so the 16, but that's going to simplify to be a 4. So 4 times the 2 in the front is going to be plus 8 radical 2. And that's important. What I did there was realizing that I wanted it to be a rad 2, because if you did 32 on your own, you might tend to use 4 and 8 and reduce it to be 2 rad 8, and then, hey, these both have rad 8, but this one doesn't, kind of thing. But remember, you never want to end with rad 8. Rad 8 could always be reduced further. And so I see that they are all rad 2. So 25 minus 14 plus 8. And let's see, let me use my calculator so I don't make any mental mistakes. And I'm not worrying about the radical parts, so 25 minus 14 plus 8. Oh, didn't get that button. Plus 8 is 19, so I have a total of 19 radical 2's. All right, let's do one more. And you may notice that from the answer, they are not all adding together. Like in this case, I had 3. They all came to be something rad 2, so I added them or subtracted them. I combined them all to be something radical 2. Well, based on my answers here, that's not going to be the case. And that happens a lot, that when you have multiple terms, they might not all combine, but usually a couple of them can. So you still want to simplify all of them to see where you can go. All right, 32, we just had this one. 16 times 2 becomes 4 radical 2 times the 3 in the front is 12 rad 2. 18, that's 9 times 2, and so that's going to be 3 rad 2 times the negative 2 in the front is negative 6 rad 2. So they have matching rad terms, so I will combine those. 54, however, that one, I don't believe that one's going to work, and I should check it out. 54 divided by 2 is 27, but 2 and 27, neither of those are square numbers, so that's not going to work out. But let's see, 54 divided by 6, that does work out. So simplifying rad 54 is 9 times 6 is going to be 3 rad 6. So I have a plus 3 rad 6. I see that these are like radicals. 12 rad 2 minus 6 rad 2 is 6 rad 2, but the plus 3 rad 6, however, that I cannot add or combine with these because they are not like radicals, and so that'll be my final answer with that. Okay, that's basically it. We'll try some more of these tomorrow in class, and we'll get to maybe some more challenging ones with variables and stuff like that. But if you're good at simplifying radicals, then this is a breeze. See you tomorrow.